Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day, and if it stops for just a few seconds, everything you are begins to fade. But here's the terrifying part. Most people have no idea what's really happening inside their chest right now. Because at this exact moment, inside your body, a powerful force is moving. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it has already begun. Blood is racing through your heart in a perfectly timed cycle, a cycle that decides whether you live or die. One tiny disruption, one misbeat, and the entire system can collapse. Imagine this. What if your blood suddenly couldn't flow the way it's supposed to? What if the path inside your heart became blocked, slowed, or damaged, without you even realizing it? Because the truth is, your heart is not just pumping, it's controlling a complex, life or death journey happening every second. Right now, blood is entering your heart, being pushed, redirected, and forced through narrow pathways with incredible pressure. And the scariest part, this process never stops. Not when you sleep, not when you rest. It's constant, relentless, and if something goes wrong, it doesn't ask for permission. It just happens. Deep inside your chest, valves are opening and closing like gates. Chambers are filling and emptying in perfect rhythm. But what happens when that rhythm breaks? What happens when the flow becomes unstable? Most people don't notice anything until it's too late. Because by the time you feel it, the damage has already begun. So stay with me, because what your blood is doing inside your heart right now might be the most important and most dangerous process keeping you alive. It starts quietly. Blood, dark and low on oxygen, returns from your body and enters the right side of your heart. Everything seems normal. The heart expands slightly, welcoming the blood inside. Then, with a powerful push, it sends that blood toward your lungs. You don't feel it, you don't notice it, but this is where your survival begins. Inside your lungs, that blood picks up oxygen, transforming from dark to bright red, carrying life itself. Then it rushes back into the left side of your heart, ready for its next journey. But here's where it gets scary. This entire process depends on perfect timing. The chambers must contract at the exact right moment. The valves must open and close flawlessly. If even one of them hesitates, the flow begins to change. What happens next is even worse. Blood can start to move inefficiently, slowing down, creating pressure where it shouldn't. Tiny changes, invisible at first, begin to build up. Your heart works harder, the walls strain, but everything still feels normal. And that's the most dangerous part. Because while you go about your day, your heart could already be under stress. The blood flow might not be as smooth as it should be. And slowly, silently, the system begins to struggle. You feel a little tired, maybe slightly out of breath, but you ignore it, because it doesn't feel serious. Yet inside your chest, something is changing. The rhythm is no longer perfect. The flow is no longer smooth. And with every beat, the pressure continues to rise. Then suddenly, the balance breaks. The heart starts to lose control of its own rhythm. The flow of blood becomes chaotic, rushing too fast in some moments, slowing dangerously in others. And here's the first shock. Your heart can still be beating, but your blood might not be flowing the way it should. That means your organs are no longer getting the oxygen they need. Your brain begins to struggle. Your muscles weaken, your body starts shutting down, piece by piece. But it gets worse. When blood flow becomes unstable, pressure builds inside your heart. The chambers stretch, the valves strain, and tiny leaks can begin to form. Blood starts moving backward, instead of forward. This is where everything begins to collapse. And here's the second shock. This can happen silently, without warning, until one moment changes everything. A sudden chest tightness, a racing heartbeat, a feeling